Alright, YouTubers, let's throw you something together different to watch. Here we are. Oh, I believe it's March 29th. It's a Sunday. Make sure of that. Yep, it's 29th of March. And it's Sunday. Still in quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it. Enough about that. Anyway, try to show you something different. We're here in the horse barn. Where I keep the we keep the disc mower for the hay stuff, and the hay baler over there at 565, and then we got the, of course, a couple rack wagons in here, and of course the water tank. I put the water tank out for the horse here. I'm gonna let it warm up a little before I put it back out and start filling it. But also got the New Holland tedder rake. I think it's a 254. Got it all sitting in here. But and then of course got the other mowing device, good old bar mower. I think it's a Case IH 1300 series 9-foot bar. But backups, I got plenty of backups for mowing hay. Got the disc mower, we got the bar mower. But show you this mess up here. Of course, instead of doing, I'm going to show you this way. Instead of having a ladder up the side like most old barns do, I couldn't handle that, so I had to build a set of steps. When this barn put up, old, fat, and I don't bounce very well, so I decided to put up steps, which makes it a lot easier getting up into this loft. Of course, and big loft, you know, it's about 30 foot across and 20 foot wide. Kind of dark up here. Excuse the lighting. Walk over to this side. I'll bring an overhead shot of that stuff. See if I can flag this light. Not too much light in here for it. Anyway, overhead shot of my equipment for mowing hay. Hay hiker. Need to redo this mount. Anyway, yeah, come over here. Let me turn this little light on. There we go. That help you any? Probably not. Tell you what, let me stop here, get that horse his hay, because there again, I've got it down to where it's just a simple hole right over his hay feeder, over his grain feeder. I can just toss him some hay down the hole. A little bit of grain or hay to eat with his grain. And then close the door so that way if there's any varmints that get up here, they don't fall on that feeder and I gotta dig them out. God forbid I gotta do something like that. But anyway, yeah, hell, three minutes we already got the horse fed. Of course, right now with the way things are, with his with the way the barn's set up, there's no electricity out here. So what I've done is I've put, and I've talked about this in a past video, but up there in by that post there, somewhere along there, and follow my finger, there's a solar powered light. The little array, it's up laid on the roof, and then over this door here, entry door, right about there ish, is another solar light with the solar array on the panel on the outside. This little cheapy lights I bought at farm supply store, and everything. That way I got light out there in the darkish hours if I need them. But right now, since I got water freezing and everything, I just have one of these tubs. And it holds about 20 gallons of water. I just put a little bit of water in it for him. keep some fresh water for them for now. But before long, we're going to put up a tank there by the well. I got a sump pump down there where I can just roll up there with the generator on the gator and fill the tank at every other week and go from there. Anyway, I'll stop right there. So just hang on. We'll try something else here in a minute. And while we're showing you things, what the hell, let's show you this here while we're at it. One of my latest acquisitions, another workbench. As all you people know, you can never have enough workbench space, and you can never have a big enough barn slash shop. I acquired this one here. And I tell you what, it is a big antique heavy thing. Like, look at them drawers, big old thick front side on it, all hardish wood. Of course, this top is it's got like 2x6s, like 3 of them across there or better. That's 32, maybe a 2x12s. That's actually 2x12s. Only 3 boards across there, and all this thin board on top for looks. Of course, they had a vise there. You might find a vise put on it, but they got an outlet on it, 4-plug outlet. Good heavy cord for it. Look at them freaking legs. Look at the legs on this thing. Heavy cast legs. And of course, I got the bar across the center. Oh, good God. And of course, you got the big X brace across the back. You know, all good, heavy, sturdy. So there's one of them 2x2s right there, and there's the they put on top of it. It's like maybe old flooring, but individual I got it off of said he got it out of a factory. It shut down. It's freaking huge. I'm gonna keep this in my shop. I got this lighter table workbench over here with stuff on it. And you look at that table, how heavy the bit was built, and you look at this thing. Light, you know, light channeled steel. It'll hold up quite a bit, but I'm gonna put this over in the wife's little workshop for her to use, and since I got the heavier thing, I'm slinging and banging on stuff, I'll use the other one for myself. But anyway, I think today, since I've bored you already with a little bit about the horse lot and barn and a little bit about the latest shop acquisition and swapping workbenches around, I think today, this afternoon or this evening, whichever you want to look at it, however you want to look at it, I believe I am going to try and drop the oil on this and change the filter on it. Little 4600. I don't put a lot of hours on either tractor. The 4600 John Deere toy tractor, as I like to call it, my toy. Or, as you all like to watch out in the field, the good old Farmall 806. They don't see a lot of hours, but I like to keep fresh oil in them. And they might get, what, 12 hours a year on that 806. So I may hold off on changing oil on it this year, but this little tractor here, I'm gonna change oil on it, at least motor oil, and grease the loader and steering tie rods and everything up, rod ends, but because it gets used for a lot more other things, and like I've said in the past, this thing is the most expensive lawnmower slash wheelbarrow I've ever bought. But I tell you what, it's dang handy to have around the place. You know, dang handy. And like I said, it's a little too small for some things, big enough for others, too big for others. But anyway, hang on, I'll show you something else here in a few minutes. Hang on. Okay, YouTubers, change of plans. I like to try to change engine oil every 100 hours. Roughly, I think that's what the book recommends. And I just haven't used this little toy tractor as much as I thought I had. So, That being said, here's how I normally keep track of it. Now normally I do take and keep the flap off the filter box, and I'll take and put on there the tractor's hours, the dates, and everything. But also, give me a second here, we'll put on the filter, I'll put that on there. I'll put the date I change it, what viscosity of oil I put in the particular machine, and the number of hours that are on the piece of equipment when I change it. And I do that with this little tractor, but I also do that with, if I can get through here, bear with me. I've got a zero-turn lawnmower here. Watch me go to show you. Corner of plunder. Need to reorganize that one of these days. But even on the I can get you where you can see that or not. But here we go. We're going to try for it. We're going to try for it. Okay. Let's pick up where we left off. I hit the dang button and turned the camera off. But anyway, even on my zero-turn mower here, I've tried to put, again, the hours that are on the mower, in this case, and the date I changed it. And I don't think I did on this one, but smaller filter, but I like to try to put the viscosity oil and stuff on the filters when I do that, just so I got them on hand. Of course, this lawnmower oil will get changed before I go to mowing the yard with it. I may start up, warm it up, and all that crap, but the mower's got, you probably can't see very well, but 480 hours on it. That last oil change was at 436. So yeah, it's 45 hours itself. It's due for an oil change. Of course, toy tractor here. Like I said, it's got, doesn't have enough hour, doesn't have the 100 hours on it. It's only got, if you can see that or not, I don't know. I can't see it very well. It's only got 1,367 hours on it, so it's only got about 45 hours on it. So I'm not going to change oil on it. Now, I will grease it up because the loader's not been greased probably since late summer, if that. So I can get it, like to grease it every, 20 hours, 30 hours, where I like to put fresh grease on them. Just keep them pins so they don't stick and get froze up or anything. The Gator, on the other hand, due to issues that it has from the factory, the Kawasaki motor manufacturer, and I've covered this in a past video also, it does not burn all the fuel that's pumped, that's put down into the cylinder. So it goes by the rings, gets down into the motor oil, thins oil down. John Deere does have a tech document saying that when the oil gets about 7 millimeters above the full mark on the dipstick, change the oil. I've determined that with the way I run this thing, about every 20 hours you're changing oil. Now that's just a characteristic of this particular machine and its motor, but like everything else, it's very handy, very handy to have around the place, and I'm not real big on going and getting a replacement for it. Look at there. wasps. They're already out and about. I know. Look past that, people. Look past that. But anyway, I'm gonna stop jabbering, and I'll may try and show you something else here in just a little bit. If not, to you recent subscribers, thank you. Thanks for finding that button over here. And as for all of yous, like, comment, rate, of course subscribe, please and thank you. I do appreciate that. And on that note, I'll say have a good one. Take care. Stay safe.